Hi, Polly from thefitmumformula.com here. Now, how do you get started eating healthier, fitting exercise into your life, and generally just living a bit healthier? Well, the time of filming of this, it's January, it's the new year, and lots of people have got resolutions to live healthier. But it doesn't matter when you're watching this. It could be in the run-up to your summer holiday, it could be a Monday, or quite frankly, it could be any other day of the year that you're watching this because you've decided that you want to get healthier. Now, that's actually the first point I want to make. Is you don't need to wait for a specific day, date, or time of year that people traditionally make changes to do this thing. In fact, if you're making changes and trying to get healthy just because it's a certain time of year, whether that's New Year, whether it's giving up something for Lent or whatever, you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. You really need to be doing this because you feel that it is the best thing for you. Now, I'm not saying just because it's a New Year or Lent or whatever or a Monday that you shouldn't do it, but make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and you're not just doing it as a temporary thing because everybody else is. And you would have done it regardless of what time of year it is or what day of the week it is. So how do you get started once you've made this great decision? Okay, well, one thing that people often make mistakes with is they try and jump all in, they get some complicated program, they try and exercise 6 days a week, they follow complicated recipes, and they want to do everything 100%, and that enthusiasm is fantastic, but it's just not sustainable yet. If you want to create these amazingly healthy new recipes and dedicating lots of time to exercise, that possibly will come in time once you've managed to get it a part of your life and you've managed to learn some new skills, but at first that's going to be too much to take on. Now, various things could happen if you do that. Number one, you will try, you will fail, and that will be really demotivating and you just won't feel good about yourself if you fail. Or you try and you just give up because it's too difficult to stick to. Or you don't even get started in the first place because it all just looks too overwhelming and you just don't know where to begin. Well, that's because whatever you're trying to attempt is too big and too overwhelming, okay? Remember, we're not looking at something that you're going to be doing temporarily. We're looking at changes that you can sustain for the next 50, 60, 70, 80 years, depending how old you are right now watching this. So, what's the rush? Let's start small. Let's do something that you can do, you can achieve, and when you've mastered that, we'll add in the next thing. Okay, so where do you start? The first place I would start is just with a shopping list. Now, I would stick to some really, really simple, healthy, nutritious foods. Unless you really, really enjoy cooking and following recipes and have the time to do it, I wouldn't go picking out all your favourite recipes from your favourite healthy, clean eating, whatever, celebrity cookbook, because that's going to be extremely time consuming. It's going to involve lots of fiddly ingredients, and you're just not going to be able to stick to it. So stick to some real basics. Now, I don't need to tell you what the basics of healthy food are, okay? I will remind you, but you know this. Fruits, vegetables, if you can tolerate them, dairy products, beans and legumes, grains, not too many of them if you can tolerate them, things like sweet potatoes, meat, fish, eggs, cheese, real food, natural food. Just stick to real food. That's a great place to start. You cannot go too far wrong if you eat plenty of vegetables, a decent amount of protein, have some healthy fats, and just stick to wholesome real foods. Next step is, of course, go shopping. Now, if you've ever stepped in the supermarket thinking that you're going to shop for a completely different way of eating, whether that's transitioning from vegetarian to meat eater or vice versa, or you want to go on a health kick or whatever it is, if you haven't planned in advance, you step in there and again, it's where do you start? What do you buy? What aisle do you go from? Well, if you've got this list, just stick to the list. Don't get swayed by new fancy fiddly things. Also, it means that you won't get swayed by all the offers that are always down the middle and so tempting. But if they're not on your list, like the crisps, the biscuits, the fizzy drinks, all that kind of thing that get put on the offers, they're not on your list. So don't even go there. Don't even look at them. Walk straight past them. Okay, and when you get home, and as I said, unless you really, really enjoy cooking complicated recipes, don't bother. Just heat stuff up. Stick a piece of salmon in a dish, bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes till it's cooked through. Steam some vegetables, bake a potato. Simple stuff you don't need a recipe for. You just heat it up. That's what I do. I don't do cooking. Unless I'm making recipes for a cookbook, which is different, and I do that occasionally. I don't really do cooking during the week. I do heating up. That's mum life, right? Okay, so that's simple meals. The next thing is a workout. Now, where do you start? Well, if you're a Body Back member, you've got all your workouts there. And you just have to log on, pick one, follow it. If you bought my 7-day program, you've got them there. Just stick it on, turn the computer on, follow it. If you don't have one of my products, there are plenty of workouts online. Choose one. And then all you've got to do then is get your diary out, and a bit like whether you're at work now or whether you worked before kids, a bit like you'd schedule in a meeting or these days a doctor's or a dentist appointment. It goes in your diary, and if a dentist appointment is in your diary, you go, right? You don't just go, actually, I don't feel like it. You go to your dentist appointment because you booked that, and it's a complete waste of time, and you're only going to have to reschedule it, and there's other ramifications. So put it in your diary, find a sensible slot. It doesn't have to be 3 hours long. We're talking 30 minutes, 20 minutes, even 10, 15 minutes is fantastic. If you haven't exercised in a while and you put a lot of effort into it and intensity, 15 minutes is a really, really good workout. Put it in your diary at a time when it really suits you. For me, that's really early in the morning. I like to get it over and done with. I like to have some me time while everyone else is in bed. It's quiet in the house, and so about kind of 6 in the morning works for me. Other people prefer to do it as soon as they get home from work in the evening. They just quickly do it as soon as they get home from work, and then they can get on with making the evening meal and putting kids to bed and that kind of thing. Other people, maybe if you're a stay-at-home mum, it might be when your little one has a nap during the day, in the middle of the day. Whatever suits you. Everybody is individual. There's no best time to work out. The best time to work out is when you work out. But the point is, put it in your diary and stick to it like it's an important meeting. And you know what? That is it. It doesn't get any more complicated than that. So just to recap, you get a shopping list of healthy foods. You go buy the foods. Then you go and come home, and if it's ready to eat foods, you just put it on a plate, or you heat up the food and then you put it on a plate. You choose a workout from either one you got from me or one you find elsewhere. You put it in your diary and you stick to that workout time and do it. It's really, really simple, and that is how you get started. Now, is that going to get you the body of your dreams or sort out all your health issues overnight? No. But the only thing that does that is doing the right things consistently over time. So what we do is we start the process, then we tweak as we go along. We go, actually, that workout wasn't so good, so we're going to find a different workout that you prefer, or maybe you didn't like that meal, so okay, next time we know differently. We're going to buy something slightly different. And you keep adapting, you keep trying, you keep testing, and it's an ongoing process, and this process never ends, by the way, because your body's always changing, your likes and dislikes, your lifestyle, things going on in your life is forever changing. We just keep going, but the point is it's consistent. You shop for healthy foods, you eat healthy foods, you choose a workout, you do a workout, and if you do that consistency over time, the results will be astounding, okay? But all you got to do, first of all, is just get started, but don't make it complicated. Okay, if anyone's got any questions, please do shout. You know where I am, polly@thefitmumformula.com, or comment below. And I hope that was helpful. Please do share this video, like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube if you found this helpful. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to hearing all your stories about how you've got started at last after procrastinating for so long, huh? Okay, just get started. Go and do it today. Thanks, and bye.